Hi Libra, this is your July 2020 reading. If you are a new subscriber, welcome to my channel. If you are a cross watcher, you're also welcome. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so. And also don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. It just helps me get the video out to those who need to hear the messages, and it helps with the algorithms on YouTube. Also, for my returning subscribers, thank you so much. Namaste. I love you. Love and light to all of you out there. And this is going to be a reading for Libra. So those of you Librans out there, and cross watchers alike, yeah, this is for you. When I started to sit in your energy, I did like a song for every sign. And the song that came to me was You Got Me by The Roots. And it's basically a song describing, how the musician is on tour and he meets this amazing, beautiful woman. And she's not only beautiful, but she's intelligent, and she's going to school, and she lives back in the States where he does. So they met on tour, and then when he gets back, he ends up calling her, and they, lo and behold, start a relationship. And she's trying to assure him throughout the song that he has nothing to worry about when he's off doing what he needs to do, that she does miss him, but that she's so focused on like school and things that she's trying to accomplish, plus the fact that he's like her king, that she would never cheat. So she's trying to assure him of that. So I don't know if this is something that you're going through, or you're having to assure your partner a little more than normal, that everything's going to be all right, and that your head and your heart are in the right place, and that you're being loyal. But this is the song that I got for you. Some of you just may like that song, so I'm not sure. Take the messages how they apply. Energy is not linear. I've explained this before. It jumps around, so I could be picking up on your energy or on the person that you're dealing with, or someone, you'll know how the messages fit, where to put them, or if they belong to you at all. This is a general reading. If you wanted a message that's specific to you or specific to something that you're trying to look into, then I will leave all of the information in the description box below as to how you can contact me, either via email or DM me, and we will get you booked and set up for that reading. What else? Yeah, come join me on my Instagram. It's Queen MJ, but I will leave that information as well in the description box, because I upload, sometimes just energetic readings. They could be weeklies, they could be dailies, depending on what's going on, because life happens, right? But I do try to get some messages out there so that the collective is kind of aware of the energy that's going on. But again, it is collective readings. Even this one is not going to apply to every single Libra. But you understand what I mean. If you wanted something that applies to you, book a personal reading. Also, for those of you watching, don't comment on how I should do my readings, or there is no right or wrong way. It's how you're guided to intuitively do it. And if I'm picking up on a song for a particular sign, then there's no need to use the platform to tell me what a better song would be, or what a better, because it's I'm the one channeling the messages. So thank you, but your advice in that respect is not warranted. And that's not to all of you, but the person who wrote that to me knows they're blocked from commenting anyway, but they know what's up. So I pulled a couple of runes for you as well, or a rune, I should say. And the one that you got is called an EO. And it's about assertiveness, impetus, or risk-taking. So this may be about taking a risk in a relationship, being assertive about what you want in a relationship, also being assertive about what you want out of life. But I'm just trying to see how it might tie in with that song. about taking maybe a leap of faith. You know, that might seem a little crazy, but let's see what the cards say. So, Libra, July 2020, please. Angels, God, Goddess, Source, Spirit, guardian angels, guardian angels, this is how you want me to deliver this message clearly to Libra, July 2020. Libra's message for July 2020. Libra, July. Okay, I feel like this one. The Six of Cups. This is just like a theme. Okay, so the Six of Cups is obviously about memories. It's about nostalgia. I mean, it's going to be a theme in a lot of the readings because we are going into Mercury in retrograde. It's been a little bit crazy because Venus was in retrograde, but I think if she's not going direct, we are about to go direct. So tensions as far as communication should calm down somewhat, and people should be able to communicate. I'm sorry, my hair is like annoying the hell out of me. Communicate a lot more clearly. The Six of Cups has a feeling of nostalgia, has a feeling of somebody or something from the past returning. And maybe this is what you're trying to figure out if you want to take a risk on. So let me see, but this is definitely like childhood past. This is past energy. Okay, so yeah, what else for July 2020? Okay. Interestingly enough, you got the Three of Wands, which is all about making long-term plans. Virgo got a lot of the same similar cards, but another deck, strangely enough. But this is about making long-term plans. This is about looking toward the future. Your ships have already come in. Now you're trying to see how to move forward. You've already made the decision that you needed to make. Now you're trying to figure out the best way to move forward. I can't help but feel that this is you trying to figure out a long-term. This is either you trying to figure out a relationship from the past and whether to move forward long-term with it, or this thing from the past, and this is more the energy I'm feeling, has been an issue for a long time, right? This has been going on for a long time. What else? What else? July 2020. Let's see if we can get some more. The Lovers, of course. Okay, so there may be a Gemini of significance, but this is the Lovers card. So this absolutely is relationship related. And this is you trying to figure out if you want to move toward that again. Okay, Mercury in retrograde brings back a lot of ex relationships, a lot of ex connections. This is funny because you just got the Lovers, and underneath the deck was the Two of, what is this? The Two of Cups, which is Gemini energy also. So there is definitely a Gemini of huge significance here. There is a duality of huge significance here. But of course, Libra, right, is always, it's the card of balancing the scales. So this Two of Cups with the Lovers, absolutely this is a relationship read. Absolutely this is a relationship read. Okay, so this is something from the past that has either been lingering in your energy for a long time, or This is something that you want to move forward with long term and are trying to figure out how. But I very much feel like you're seeing a lot of number twos. You may be seeing 6 a lot, 66, 666, 222, 222. But it really feels like you're trying to figure out how to move forward in this connection, because this is a soulmate. This is a soulmate connection. This is probably what some of you might feel is a twin flame. I'm surprised I haven't seen the 4 of Wands yet. But you know, there's time still. But this is something from the past for sure. King of Swords. He wanted to make an appearance earlier and I ignored him, but here he is again. So let me see. Hold on. Just finished pulling the cards. Okay. Oh. Okay. And the devil on the bottom of the deck again. Okay, let me see. Well, you got the King of Wands, which is definitely an energy of somebody deciding to take action, somebody deciding to take action toward something that he's very passionate about. The King of Wands is determined. He is an intellectual. He is intuitive. He is fire energy, and he is ready to go. Okay. Next to the King of Swords, which is interestingly an energy of drawing lines in the sand, an energy of being an intellectual, being very much in control of your emotions and the way that you communicate to people. So although you're moving forward with this, or you're wanting to take action, you're also kind of in your head trying to figure out if this is the best decision or if this is even the best course of action to take. Yeah, you're trying to figure out, do you want to work this out, right? Continue working that out, or do you want to close out that cycle in order to bring in a new beginning? This seems to be a theme everywhere. The devil at the bottom of the deck. So there may be children involved. There may be something tying you to someone or keeping you from leaving them. We seem to have reached like a crossroads for a lot of signs in relationships, especially, and in career, where it's time to like make a decision. If I guess with the changes that are going on in the world, people are becoming more introspective, becoming more accountable for their roles and things and why they haven't worked out, and becoming more grounded and realistic on whether or not they should continue putting their energies into certain things that may or may not be fruitful, but especially if they know that they could flourish elsewhere, you're going to see a lot of relationships that you never thought would ending and things like that. Let me see what else I see here. Wow. Yeah, you definitely want to take action toward this past relationship. But you're really in your head about the long term and maybe the way things went down before. You want to make sure that certain things aren't going to happen again. So you're trying to figure out a way to communicate intellectually without wreaking havoc or opening up any old wounds, so to speak. Something you absolutely want to work on for the long term. Again, the number 3, the number 6, and the number 2 keeps popping up. I have 2 3s, 2 6s, and 2 2s here. So, or not 2 2s, but to me, the Lovers and the 2 of Cups is the same as the duality. So for me, that's a 2 as well. And 2 6s. So this is something you want to work on. And if it can't be worked on right now and it can't be fixed, then I really feel like you're ready to close out this cycle and take a new leap of faith. Either that, or there may be some of you who just want to renew the relationship and take a new leap of faith toward an old relationship. But be careful. I told you bottom of the deck. Be careful. Also, for those of you that this indicates drinking or like drowning your sorrows a little bit or in whatever way, you know, just be mindful that you're not overdoing anything. And let's get some clarifiers for you. I think I'm going to go with, yeah, Libra, July 2020, please. I need some clarifiers for this reading. Clarifiers for this reading, please. Clarifiers for this reading, please. Clarifiers for this reading. Yeah. I keep hearing, the Hangman did not come out, but that energy with the Fool card in the reverse is completely about taking on a different perspective. So let's get the clarifier for the Six of Cups. So we'll go in order. What's the Six of Cups doing here? Okay, I got the Moon, but it kind of came out in the sideways, so I don't know whether to take this in reverse. So I'm actually getting two messages. The Moon is about illusion and mystery and instinct. It's very much a psychic card. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio of significance. But in the reverse, it's usually about confusion or misinterpretation. So what I'm hearing is be careful with this Six of Cups, that this isn't someone that you've run into from the past and all of a sudden these emotions were, you know, you just felt walled up with emotion, and that you're not misinterpreting what they're saying to you, that you're not misinterpreting or misreading their, you know, thinking that they're on the same page when they're not. It's important to communicate. Yeah, okay. All right, tell me about this Three of Wands here. It's important to communicate. I also feel like there may be some secrets being kept here that are not being communicated. The Three of Wands is clarified by the Three of Cups in reverse. Herd mentality, stifled creativity. Okay. I don't know why herd mentality and stifled creativity is coming up, but be careful not to let this take over your whole thought process where you're not focusing on the things that you still need to focus on in order that you're the right person to come into union with this person or back into union with this person. If this has been a situation that you've been kind of obsessing over for a long time and just were dead set on, no, this is the plan. You know, it may be getting in the way of other things is what I'm feeling. Maybe getting in the way of other things, and you may have to consider letting this go. The Lovers, please. Letting this go. Quick decisions, movements, swift action. So I don't know if that indicates that this situation is coming in quickly or something happened where things kind of took their own course very rapidly, and so because of that there are assumptions being made that should not. Clarify for me the the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups, please. Two of Cups. Feel like you think it's a big karmic thing when really it's just a big soulmate thing when really it's a karmic thing. Ten of Pentacles. No resources, financial instability. Okay, so I feel like clarifying this Two of Cups, this is either not what you think, or the person has made illusions about you and has decided that you're like gonna be with them or something. This is very weird. but things are not as they seem, which is why I guess the devil popped up, right? So things are not what they seem, either in your head or their head. This is like one person making this to be a huge relationship because I ran into you again. What are the odds? Like, this has to be divine timing. This has to be God at work. This has to be divinely guided, right? And really, you just happen to run into the person. And this may not be the way they're thinking either. King of Wands is what? Ooh, King of Wands is the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, jealousy, moodiness. This might be someone who used to be super jealous with you, didn't trust you, always thought you were cheating, was hot and cold with you, either wanted to take action toward you or you toward them. But this is how this person treated you in the past. And clarify this. Yeah, I feel like this is along with the same reading. Okay, the High Priestess popped out in the reverse. Repression, insightful, fragile mind. So this is about somebody, this person was very manipulative with you, I think. They were, they were oppressive in their behavior, their jealousies, and their, you have to check in with me so many times a day. And, I called you and why didn't you answer? And why didn't you call me like right back? And why didn't you this and that? So I felt like this is something you may have actually walked away from this relationship. You may have become the King of Swords energy, but somebody definitely cut this off. King of Swords, please. Give me King of Swords. Where's the King of Swords? Yeah. Yeah, because there was no longer any teamwork. There was no give and take. There was no balance. There was too many conflicts. There may have been too many chefs in the kitchen. I don't know if this person had a lot of friends they used to talk to about your problems. A lot of family members they used to talk to about your problems who actually tried to get involved, which is never a good idea. Always, try to keep your shit to your partner. Three of Pentacles up right here. Clarify for me. Yeah, this is not something you're working on any longer. This was something that was cut off because it was just too much. It was too much conflict. And so if this is something that already ended, then it's something that's coming back. But this is something that you need to contemplate and reevaluate. This is the Four of Cups. There's something here that you are not seeing about the situation. I think would help you make the decision on whether or not you want to move forward in working on this situation or not. Yeah, don't lose your way. Wheel of Fortune, please. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune for me. King of Wands in reverse. Everything's in reverse here, Libra. So I don't know what's going on with you right now, but things are delayed. Things are moving slowly. Things are not what you thought they were. You're making the wrong decisions, I feel. King of Wands in the reverse is impulsive. He's ruthless. He's unrealistic in his expectations. And I feel like this is what I was telling you earlier. Somebody here either ran into you, spoke to you, came up from the past, and they misinterpreted something you said, where their expectations of your relationship are not the same as yours, or your expectations of the relationship with them is not the same as theirs, and vice versa. Like, there's unrealistic expectations. Oh my God, I mean, I can't make this up, really. The Fool, and give me the Fool, please. Clarify the Fool for me. The Seven of Wands in the reverse. Overwhelmed and giving up. Yeah, you're tired of this. You're ready to move on to other things. One person is like pursuing and the other person is like, no, like, this is not something I want to continue pursuing. It's done. But it's like, or if this is an actual breakup that's happening right now, one person is done with the relationship and the other person just can't wrap their mind around that almost. They can't wrap their mind around this. Whatever, if it was done to you, you're forgiving and you're moving on. Let's see. Okay, let's get some. Those are the clarifiers. You know, Libra, I hope this makes sense for you. I don't know if I said to you in the beginning of the reading, but if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Actually, I'll clarify the Devil card also with this. Hit the notification bell so you know when I post new readings. Hit the thumbs up. It helps me with the algorithms on YouTube to get these messages out to those who need to hear it. I'm going to clarify that Devil card that was at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this devil, you know what? I don't need to clarify it, actually. This is obsession. This is an obsession card. Somebody is obsessed. And it's one of the two of these energies. You'll know where it applies. If it's you, Libra, this is something that you really, really need to let go. Because you're blocking your own blessings. Okay? I'm not clarifying the devil. I already know. I just heard obsession in my mind. If you resonate with this reading, leave me in the comment section below or DM me on my Instagram. Go follow me there. I have rune readings and daily energy readings occasionally also that I like to post. This is your July 2020 reading. I'm sure I mentioned that already. Yeah, so I guess that root song fits in with somebody trying to convince you that you've got them. And I think that somebody else wants to take a risk elsewhere. So, why am I getting another clarifier? I don't need clarifiers. What I want to look into, wow, that was weird. Okay, what I want to look into is what do you need to be leery of? What does Libra need to be leery of in the collective? Leave in the comment section. Let me know if this resonates, because this is an interesting read, and I'm curious as to how this is unfolding. Libra, what do I need to look out for? What is the shadow aspect of this situation for July 2024? Okay. Medicating, okay, non-action, and faithless. Okay, and on the bottom I see fixated, but she also looks like she's drinking. So somebody here is a drinker. If it's you, you need to stop and take care of your body a little more. Everything is a balance. A little bit of something is okay once in a while, but you can't overdo it. I feel like the medicating and the non-action is both this person not getting over the situation, and the non-action is like not being able to move on. Also, you may not be communicating clearly to this person what it is that you want or don't want. Faithless, I'm not sure why you got that. But I feel like faithless is significant of you don't have hope for this relationship. This is not something that you are interested in pursuing. This is not something you believe would work out for whatever reason. Let's get you some bitchy advice from the universe. I love this deck. July 2020. For July 2020. Okay, you got two, Libra. The first one says, eat your fucking vegetables. Eat some shit made by Mother Nature, okay? I just said something about finding a balance and eating the right things, you know, especially if you're drinking too much. You know, take care of your body, take care of yourself. And some good shit is about to happen. Don't let your issues fuck it up. Okay? So get out of your head. Don't let this, like, you know, overtake you. If this is you in the situation that can't seem to let go of this because you thought it was going to work out a certain way, take on a different perspective, because it may be working out in your favor more than you know in not working out the way that you wanted it to work out. Let's get a couple more messages from, what are these doing here? Okay, I just put them here. I'm sorry. Messages from Spirit for July 2020. Yeah, you need to be a little bit more assertive about what you want. You can communicate assertively without being an asshole. But communicate. And part of communication is listening, not just talking. Some people don't understand that. Messages from Spirit for Libra. Accordance to this reading, July 2020, please. Messages from Spirit. Okay, I feel like that was one. You got the spirit of envy, discontent, resentful, and miserable. So whoever this person is, this could be either your energy being miserable with the situation, or whoever this person is. It could also, if it's a friendship and not a romantic situation, it could also be someone coming back into the picture because they're miserable and they are used to making somebody else miserable as well. Either way, you need to reevaluate this connection. Jesus. Spirit of the Castle, fortress, rescue, and imprisonment. So I think you need to, number one, get out of your own mental prison about this. But number two, maybe you need to go somewhere where you're alone for a little while. Just so that you're able to kind of reevaluate the situation. Turn off the cell phones, turn off the TV, and sit there and really think about your situation. And, you know, however you have to work it out in your head. But if this is you wanting to take action toward this, I think you have the wrong idea. And don't get angry with this person because they probably didn't do anything to lead you on. If this is someone who got the wrong idea just by running into you, you do have to communicate without hurting their feelings, because you never know when you're dealing with someone who has some kind of issues or traumas from the past, right? And I don't know, I hope that made sense, Libra. If it does, leave me a comment below. Let me know how. I would love to hear from you. Leave me a like so that I can get these messages out to others. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Love and light to you. Namaste.